Hello and welcome everyone. Hello everybody. I wanna know who's here right now this morning. Good morning to all of you. Please use and put it in the comments. I want to know who do we have here this morning. Hello guys. Good morning to all of you. We are so thrilled to have you with us again for what will be our final webinar for 2024. Can you believe how quickly the year has flown by? As we approach the year's close, we want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude for your continued support and engagement in our webinars throughout the year. Together, we have explored some truly impactful topics. Let's take a quick walk down memory lane. Do you remember all our past webinars? Let's see. We uncovered tools to amplify candidate engagement and boost conversion rates through lead ads. We drew inspiration from real life applications in success stories in recruitment automation. We looked ahead to innovation in TalkScore, the future of language proficiency assessments. We delve deep into maximizing TalkPush's potential in TalkPush features to supercharge your recruitment. And of course, we had a bit of a spooky fun in our Halloween special, taking the spooky out of analytics, track success with TalkPush. You see all those on your screen? What an incredible lineup of sessions. None of this would have been possible without your enthusiasm and participation. So, from all of us at TalkPush, thank you for making this year an extraordinary one. Remember that you can watch all our contents on our YouTube channel and our event page. We will drop the links in the comment section, as you can see right there. Thank you. So go ahead and feel free to watch all of our contents there. Now, as we wrap up the year, this final Talk Push webinar is all about helping you kickstart your 2025 recruitment strategy on the right foot. Today, we're diving into one of our most exciting tools yet, the Autoflow Sets. But before we dive in, let's make this a truly interactive experience. This is a space for learning and collaboration, so we encourage all of you to share your thoughts, questions, or insights in the comment section. And you'll find the comment box at the bottom right side of your screen. And while you're there, let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear from you right now. We have Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I can see them leaving comments there. Please let us know which company are you in from, what country are you in from, where you're dialing in from. We have Caro from Chile today. Hello. We have people from all over the world joining us this morning. And wherever you are in the world, please let us know in the comment section so that, will be an interactive session for all of us. Hi, Sarah from Mexico. Hello. That's nice. That's nice. You have people from all over the world. Monica from Colombia. Perfect. So we have everyone here involved and active. With that said, let's jump right in and discover how Autoflow Sets can simplify your recruitment workflows, making them smarter, faster, and more adaptable to your needs. We have Ralph from Concentrix Philippines. Hello. And as you know by now, recruitment today is no easy. We have candidates to connect with, pipelines to manage, and workflows to keep running smoothly, all while we're trying to make fast, accurate hiring decisions. It's a lot to handle, I know, and we've all been there, right? But one key player in recruitment is automation, which has changed the entire game for recruiters using TalkPush, making it easier to focus on what really matters, connecting with top talent and building great teams. TalkPush's very own automation system, Autoflow, has helped cut down on repetitive tasks, but now it has evolved into something even better, Autoflow Sets. Autoflow Sets lets you create smart, reusable workflows that can be used across multiple campaigns. Instead of setting up automation for each campaign, You can manage everything in just one place. Autoflow sets can automate tasks like messaging, sorting candidates, assigning labels, and a lot more. The best thing is that you can adjust and manage all your workflows for all your campaigns in just one dashboard. Yes. So if you need to change a specific criteria or a specific message in your automated reminders, you do not need to go to each of the campaign setting. You can update it using the Autoflow set. It's faster, easier, and gives you more time to focus on hiring the right people. In this session, we'll dive into how Autoflow sets work and how they can simplify your recruitment process. If you're ready to save time and make your hiring strategy smarter, here's our agenda for the day. First, we'll talk about Autoflow sets. What they are, how they differ from the current Autoflow, what they are, why they are a game changer for recruitment automation. Setup and configurations. Our solution engineer will be joining us today to guide us through a step-by-step instructions and customization options, followed by a live demonstration. We'll talk about benefits, best practices, and use cases. Then we will discuss the benefits, including success stories from top user companies, and tips for maximizing the impact of Autoflow sets. We will also have an interactive Q&A session to answer your questions and explore how Autoflow sets can work for you. Again, welcome to Centralizing Recruitment Automation, Simplify Workflow with Autoflow Sets. My name is Perry Santiago, and I'll be your host for this session. Joining me today is one of our solution engineers, Viel, from the Philippines, and she will help us get to know Autoflow Sets even better and to answer all of your questions. As you can see, the goal of this session is to help you fully harness the power of Autoflow Sets. So by the end of our time together, you'll know how to design workflows, not only save time, but also adapt to your recruitment needs, making your hiring process smoother and more efficient. I encourage all of you to share your questions and ideas throughout the session. Let's make this a conversation, not just a presentation. Oh, and we have a little treat for you. Stick around until the end because one lucky attendee will win a $30 Amazon gift card, a small token to thank you for joining us today. So, who's ready to dive into automation? Let me know in the comments. Who's excited to take their workflows to the next level with Autoflow sets? I want to know who's ready in the comments and who's ready to stay and get a chance to win that $30 Amazon gift card. Are you ready? So ready, Sarah. Nice. Mark is ready as well. So let's start. We have all seen Autoflow, right? Who here has seen Autoflow? I know most of us have seen Autoflow already. So Autoflow lets you handle large amounts of candidates quickly to automatically send messages, move them to specific campaigns or folders, and much more. There's no rocket science involved. By just using the candidate attributes, you're able to perform several actions to your candidates automatically all at the same time. Some call it the no-code revolution because it's that simple to configure. Let me show you. So you can find the Autoflow tool here in each of the campaigns. So from the campaign settings, you can click on this three-dotted menu and go to settings. And this will then lead you to several options here on the left. And you'll find here this little button that shows Autoflow. So as we all know, Autoflow is very easy to do. First, it follows the this and that, this then that pattern. So in order for you to create an Autoflow, click on create on add action. And the first step you need to do is to create a criteria. So the criteria will check each of the candidates, select a target folder, and then select a candidate attribute that will be checked in order for this Autoflow action to be performed to candidates. And you can select each of the any candidate attributes that you like, and then select an operator, click add, and then you'll be able to create the criteria for this autoflow action already. So this means that when a candidate match this criteria that you have set, then an autoflow action will automatically be performed or triggered for those candidates. And speaking of action, you can just simply select any of these actions on the screen right here. You can move candidate, assign them labels, share profiles, send question sets, and send them messages. And easily, you can already set this up, and in just a few clicks, you already have created your autoflow action. Confirm the action by clicking yes. It's that easy to create an autoflow action, but for every single action you would like to automate, you need to go through each of the steps that I have just shown you and configure it individually in each of the campaign. And if you have a high volume process, you will surely spend a lot of time configuring autoflows one by one. Now here comes Autoflow Sets to fix that. It takes away the one by one configurations and it allows you to organize autoflow structures at the company level. It's available under Templates tab drop-down menu. Select Autoflow Sets to go to the dashboard. And so from here, you can create a series of autoflow actions by clicking on the Create New Set button. This is exactly like Autoflow. So you set up the criteria and you choose the desired action. The key difference is that this setup will allow you to link Autoflow to multiple campaigns. And just a quick reminder to everybody, while everyone can benefit from this feature, it only is visible to those with owner access in TalkPush. So if you're not seeing Autoflow Sets on your end, it might be because your access level doesn't include it. But be sure to check with your team admin or reach out to TalkPush support to explore how your team can unlock its full potential. You can also edit and manage of the Autoflow Sets. Change the name, change the color, add or remove individual autoflow actions. And of course, you can easily assign these autoflow sets to campaigns in just a few clicks. Click on Proceed under the Assign Sets to Campaigns panel, then simply just select from the drop down the autoflow set you'd like to assign the campaign, then click Add. After that, from the list, select all the campaigns you want to assign the autoflow sets to. Don't panic. We'll soon dive deep into the platform so you can see each button in action. Now let's move on and answer a big question. Why are they important and how it is different from the current autoflow? Autoflow sets evolved from the original autoflow feature, which allows you to edit automatically for automating repetitive tasks. But as recruitment challenges became more complex, our team recognized the need for something even more flexible and powerful. So as you can see, Autoflow sets are an advanced automation feature that goes beyond setting up individual autoflows to allow you to build autoflow sequences that apply to multiple campaigns. If at some point you spent 3 hours editing 10 campaigns, now you'll only spend 30 minutes setting up the sets and then simply linking the campaigns. Autoflow Sets comes in here to simplify everything. You can create a single reusable workflows that work across multiple campaigns. So for example, a BPO company hiring for work from home positions for 3 different locations. In traditional Autoflow, you would need to edit 3 different workflows one by one for each different campaign. But with Autoflow Sets, you can create a master Autoflow and link it to 3 locations, which mean you can save 60% of your time in configurations. And this is just a small use case. We have clients that have 10 to 20 alike campaigns that are all linked to singular Autoflow sets. Autoflow sets are also here to bring a centralized approach, which allows for modular workflow sets, allowing you to enable or disable entire workflows in minutes, making it easier to adapt quickly to changes in hiring priorities and so much more. Now, a quick icebreaker. What Autoflow scheme would you want to move to Autoflow Sets? For those who have um, multiple campaigns right there, I want to see what actions or what workflow would you like to move to Autoflow Sets. Now that you know that it is in a centralized dashboard, you can just edit it in one dashboard and assign it to multiple campaigns in just a few clicks, and you don't need to configure it one by one. So, what top of your mind, what autoflow action or what specific workflow or autoflow scheme would you like to move to autoflow sets? Okay, Mark said he liked to set up reminders for collecting documents. Definitely, yeah. Anything else? Setting up reminders for collecting documents is definitely possible to move to autoflow sets. All that you could ever think of could be possible or already is possible. Autoflow sets gives you endless possibilities of tasks you can modularly configure and automate. You can handle scenarios like differentiate workflows for candidates based on job role, location, or even assessment results. BPO recruitment, candidates who pass language assessments can automatically move to the final stage, while those who don't can be funneled into a talent pool for future opportunities. Or if you're running a campaign for multiple locations or job roles, you can use Autoflow sets to create tailored workflows for each one. So, for example, you can set up different email templates or screening questions depending on a candidate's location or experience level. Now, this ensures every candidate gets a personalized experience while you maintain full control of the process. But of course, like any other feature, autoflow sets may have some limitations. So, for instance, their full potential relies on having a well defined campaign structures and clear triggers. But don't worry, adjusting workflows is easier than it sounds. A good practice is to start with one or two key automation rules, test them thoroughly, and expand as needed. We also have a team of solution experts who can guide you in this process if you need some orientation or tips to maximize this solution. So now that we've covered what autoflow sets are and why they matter, let's move on to the next topic, how to set them up and customize them for your campaigns. Let's welcome to the session one of our solutions engineers, Viel. Hello, Viel. How are you today?
Hey, Perry. Thank you so
Hello.
much for that. Very energetic presentation and introduction. And just to say, I'm super excited to be joining you and everyone on this call. For the first timers, my name is Viel, and I'm hoping we'll have a productive session. And just like what Perry mentioned earlier, feel free to chime in with your questions on the chat box. Feel free to interrupt us as we move along with the discussion.
Yes, definitely. Say hi to Viel, please, in the comment section. And this is your opportunity to ask questions to Viel right here, right now. Let's jump right in. Viel, what are your thoughts on autoflow sets and how do we get started with the implementation?
Well, actually, Perry, I believe this feature represents a big leap forwarding in recruitment automation. The flexibility and customization it offers makes it a must-have tool for any recruiter or recruiter aiming to optimize their processes. We've seen so much growth, to be honest, and have saved so much time to all of the users, including me, as I do some of the configurations in Autoflow. And on the client side, we have clients whom we've been able to link 10 to 20 campaigns or even more to
Mhm.
a single autoflow. And of course, it saves them time, at least 60 to 70% of their time in terms of configurations.
Wow, that is great news. It's super promising to hear that we can save so much time by adopting this new feature. Now, if possible, Viel, we wanted to see if you could help us get started with this feature.
Yep, of course. Sure thing, Perry. That's why I'm here. Implementing Autoflow sets, it's pretty straightforward, but it starts with having a clear understanding of your recruitment goals, just like setting up Autoflow. Let me explain to you guys how to get it started. So you
Mhm.
have to start by planning and strategizing. By planning, what I meant is think of Autoflow set as a framework to build your workflows, tailored to your recruitment strategy, of course. Begin by identifying the key actions that you want to automate. So, for example, we've shown you different use cases earlier, but let's say for the specific scenario that we want to demo today, we want to move candidates to specific folders based on their location. Or let's say you want to automatically send follow up messages to those candidates who haven't completed their application or at least their pre screening questions. Or on the other hand, a more customizable configuration would be sending personalized messages based on their pre-screening answers. So once you were able to identify what you want to achieve, while you're ready to move on into the configuration phase. So you have to remember that, of course, if you have any questions or you need support in this phase, you can easily reach out to your support team and be put in contact with your solutions engineer who can help you with the conceptualization. So that's one. Once you're done with planning and strategizing, of course, the next step is setting up your Autoflow sets. So after you've thought of your goals and you already have your claim plan ready, all you have to do is to set it up similar to how you'd activate the traditional autoflows. So we'll get to that in a bit, but I want to show all of you how to enable it first. So you can walk out of here today knowing the configuration process in detail. And then, of course, the third step would be audit and preserve your workflows. Step three would be to audit the configurations per se, um, which means you're checking rather the configurations that you've implemented and if they are working as expected.
Mhm.
Once you're happy with the results, all that's left for you to do is, of course, to preserve your workflow in time,
Yeah,
meaning to check on them, apply the changes if needed, and of course, incorporate or expand their ability, improve their parameters. Basically, the idea is that you have a workflow that can be edited and that you can stick with it for a long time.
got it, Viel. And now, what happens when someone decides to switch from the traditional autoflow to the autoflow sets?
Actually, Perry, the transition is very smooth, but you'll need to prepare. Again, first thing that you need to do is to create your Autoflow set scheme and configure all the necessary actions. Once you're done activating the Autoflow sets, all existing individual Autoflows in the selected campaign will be archived. From that point, your workflows will be managed by Autoflow sets moving forward.
Mm.
So, while we encourage you to adopt to this change, it is also very important to know that once you activate Autoflow sets, individual or campaign level configurations will be archived as well.
Oh.
What we recommend sometimes as you transition is to create the Autoflow sets first. And once they are all ready, make sure, that's the time that you do the transition.
Mhm.
If you're new to TalkPush, we recommend starting with Autoflow sets from day one.
Mm.
Uh, yeah. And also remember that Autoflow sets works with um, campaigns that you plan and on configuring at the same time. Um, that means with similar processes and recruitment steps.
Right. I got it. Thanks, Viel, for clearing that up. It sounds like planning and understanding your recruitment goals are really crucial steps.
Right.
Now, could you walk us through the actual process of setting up autoflow sets?
Of course, as mentioned, Autoflow or setting up Autoflow sets, it's pretty straightforward, and I'll walk you through it step by step. So let's have some actual examples first. I typically do this during training sessions. Like I set up use cases, and then that's what we follow. So we'll do the same thing for today.
Yeah.
Let's say we are a BPO company who has at least three work from home positions for customer support roles in three locations or three different locations. All these campaigns would have the same processes, of course, and workflow. And the only thing that changes is the location of the role. The
Mm-hmm.
automated action that we need is to move qualified candidates to shortlisted. So let's say we want to qualify or we want to shortlist all of those leads that has five or more working experience, 5 more years of working experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's start. Let's set up an action to shortlist candidates. All right.
Okay. I have the talk to
There you
screen here. Right.
Great.
Okay. Let's go.
Thank you, Perry. So you have to start just like what Perry mentioned earlier. You have to start by clicking the templates or templates button. Then under it, you will see Autoflow Sets. And then all you have to do is to create a new set, which you will see on the upper right side of the screen. Give it a name. And as mentioned earlier, you can also choose the color. Actually, the color coding feature is a handy way to stay organized, especially if you're, of course, managing multiple autoflow sets.
Right.
So let's name this one as a shortlisting candidates, Perry, please. There you go.
Okay.
And then you can also choose the color. You can choose random color, Perry, but once you're done with it, you can just click on save or you can click on the continue button. And then after clicking the continue button, of course, you'll be redirected to the Autoflow setup page. Here, here's where you can further customize your Autoflow sets by editing its name and color scheme again. So you will see there a pencil icon on the upper left side of the screen. So you can
Mm-hmm.
rename again the Autoflow set. Feel free to change the color, Perry, if needed. So
Yeah.
yeah. So for well, we like to color code our configurations. For example, to group autoflows that are intended to move candidates. So it will
Mm.
be easier for you to identify which sets are for moving candidates versus the ones, let's say, for example, sets that are used for sending reminders. So feel free to customize the colors that you want to need. And
Yeah.
then if you have the auto flows for notifications and reminders, as mentioned earlier, you can also create a different set as well and set up a color.
Right.
All right. So once you're done customizing the name and the color, all the next step is to create your autoflow actions, which for some of you I believe is pretty familiar with already, especially if you're already or if you created autoflow configurations before. Same
For sure.
thing, same logic, right? So first things first, all you have to do is to click on the add action button on the upper right side of the screen. And just like what Perry mentioned earlier, Autoflow follows the logic of this, then that. Meaning, you have to create your trigger first or identify your trigger. For creating triggers, first thing that you need to do is to choose the target folder. So when you click on the create trigger button there, um, this is where the candidates will be filtered from and click on the next button. And then all you have to do is to set up your criteria for autoflows again, just like what Perry is sharing on the screen right now. So again, the criteria represents the conditions that needs to be met for the autoflow to be executed. These conditions are based on candidate attributes, which are the data points that are captured in the recruitment processes through questions and manual input. So for
Mm-hmm.
this case, since we want to shortlist the candidates, um, all of them should, of course, have completed the pre-screening questions. Therefore, we'll choose the completed folder. And the next step for our, or the next criteria would be um, we need candidates who have been in the industry for 5 years or more. We are assuming that the candidates have already completed the interview and, of course, they have provided their BPO experience, and those information are already captured and in the profile as a candidate attribute. So for this example, we use the candidate attribute BPO experience. And then you have to select the operator. So for this one, we will specifically use the operator is. There you go. And then select 5 years and above. There. And this step ensures that only candidates meeting the specific criteria are included in the autoflow. In
Mhm.
this case, we want candidates who have, of course, completed the pre screening and have the right industry experience that we're looking for. So you can play around with more conditions like academic achievements, or for example, you're particular with educational attainment, the candidate's
Mhm.
location, or let's say, for example, you want to know first if they have worked with your company before or in the past, and so much more. So you can combine different triggers or candidate attributes to be used to or that would work as your criteria.
Right.
And now that we have the trigger, it's time to define the action you want the autoflow to execute. So when you click on the add action button there on the screen, you'll see their list of available actions such as moving candidates, assigning labels, sharing of profiles, and of course, sending messages through different messaging platforms. So these actions are where the workflow comes to life. So you can automate repetitive tasks so you can focus on the bigger picture. For this example, or for our use case earlier, going back to our example, let's say what we wanted to do is to move the candidate action, or we will use the move candidate action to move candidates from one folder to another, and then confirm the action by clicking yes. After this, you already have created the autoflow for shortlisting candidates and autoflow sets. Now,
Mm.
pretty straightforward, right? It's just like creating your autoflow. It's the usual, same logic.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, after setting up the autoflow, let's talk about assigning these autoflow sets to campaigns. It's again pretty quick and straightforward. So let's go through it step by step. Again, in the list of autoflow sets, um, you can find the assigned sets on the campaign. So you have to go back to Autoflow Sets homepage, and then
Mhm.
you'll see there assigned sets to campaign panel, and then you'll see there a button to proceed. There you go. And then on the next page, you'll see there the Open Autoflow Set drop down menu there.
There.
And then you can select the set that you want to assign. So once you're able to identify the set, all you have to do is to click on the add button. So once you're done clicking the add button, or you were able to identify the autoflow sets that you want to add, you can also arrange them in order that you prefer for execution. So yeah, since we only have two, you can mix or match pairing. But if you
Yeah.
have five or more, definitely you can reorder them. And
Mhm.
then the next step is, of course, you have to locate the campaigns where you want to link the autoflow sets to. So whether it's one, multiple, or all campaigns, um, feel free to choose on the right side of the screen. That's where you will find the campaigns list. For our example earlier, let's select the campaigns for our use case. We will be using the last three from the list, which are the work from home campaigns. There. Thanks, Perry. And
Mhm.
then finally, just click on the assign button to complete the process. Then that's it. All you have to do is wait. So, if you are assigning autoflow set to a campaign with an existing or traditional autoflow, just like what mentioned, just like what we mentioned earlier, it will automatically archive the old configurations that you have in the campaigns. So, again, once you're assigning autoflow set, the system will prompt you actually with a message, just like what you're seeing on the screen right now, asking you
Mhm.
to assign and replace the existing autoflows. If you confirm it, of course, all the existing autoflows, as mentioned, will be archived and replaced by the autoflow sets. So for this example, let's proceed. So after proceeding, a feedback message will inform you that assigning autoflow sets may take few minutes. You can track
Yes.
progress, yeah, in the progress notification by just like what we use for bulk actions, which will display specific process in a full screen view. It's similar as well to export option. Yeah, if you're
Mm-hmm.
familiar. So the bulk action log will show you the columns such as autoflow set, of course, the details of the action that you've triggered, campaign name with the hyperlink to autoflow settings of the campaign, assigned
Mm-hmm.
on, of course, that's the timestamp, and the user, meaning the recruiter or the user that assigned that set. So this approach ensures your workflows are efficiently connected to the right campaigns, and making it easier for you to manage recruitment efforts across different hiring needs.
All right.
I would say that that's how easy to create an autoflow set. Right now, we have created that an autoflow set that will automatically move the candidate from completed to shortlisted folder.
Mm-hmm.
And we did it for 3 campaigns already. No need to go through each campaign one by one, just like what Perry did on the first part. I won't be doing that anymore. Knowing there's autoflow sets already, and as long as again you're following the same process for all of these campaigns, feel free to use autoflow sets. And um, as easy as that, the configurations are done for multiple campaigns. So far,
All
do
right.
we have any questions on the chat or any questions from the team?
Let's
All good?
see if they have any questions. All good?
All right. If there are no questions yet, let's try another one. So,
Let's try another
uh,
one.
yeah, we'll do it again, Perry. So let's say
Okay.
you need to reach out to your candidates who have been unresponsive. I believe someone from the group earlier asked for a use case wherein they want to use Autoflow sets to send out reminders. So this is
Right.
how you can configure it. Um, Again, let's say we want to reach out to candidates who have been unresponsive and have not completed their pre-screening questions for the scenario that we have earlier. So
Mm-hmm.
these candidates are stuck in the inbox folder. I believe majority of us are already familiar with that. And you want to send them series of email messages to follow up on their application. So here's how we're gonna do it on the Autoflow Sets homepage. Again, let's create a new Autoflow set. So
Okay.
just like what we did earlier, click on create a new set button, set again or create a name. I would say set a name that you want to use. So for this one, let's use reminder message. And then again, Perry, feel free to choose the color that you want to use for the specific
Sure.
set. And then once you're done with this step and we are ready to set up the actions for this, what we want to do is to set up reminders for candidates in the inbox folder. So we start by clicking add action, then creating a trigger. So for our trigger, this is simpler compared to the one that we had earlier, since this is just for sending reminders. We will
Mm-hmm.
target candidates in the inbox folder. So let's select inbox, Perry, when we create the trigger.
Okay.
Then we want all candidates in the inbox folder to get this message reminder. So let's set the criteria that will cover all of them. For the candidate attribute, let's use email address. You can also use mobile or user phone number if you want those candidates who have at least provided those information to be tapped or to receive the message. And for the operation, let's use is present. So this means that everyone with email or email addresses will be or will receive the reminder message. And now that we are done with add action, it's time for us to select the send email action. So click on add action button. And if you'll notice here, when you click on send email button, you can manually set up an email message for your candidates, but it's best to prepare an email template in advance. So again, it's still on the templates tab as well. So you can just select one. when you're setting up Autoflow sets. And for this demo, we have prepared the template called Chase Candidates. So you can choose that. And and then as you can see, the fields are automatically generated. No need to manually type anything or copy paste from your notes and then paste it on the Autoflow page. Once you're done, you can already hit save and your Autoflow set is almost ready, or Autoflow set is almost ready. So for this email reminder, all right, you can go ahead and click on yes, Perry. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you. And then, as mentioned for this email reminder, of course, we don't want to send a reminder right away.
Right.
The candidate is just, didn't reply for a minute and then they will just receive a reminder. That's not a good candidate experience. So let's set a delay. For this email reminder, let's put maybe 1 day. So all candidates added in the inbox folder who did not complete the interview or pre-screening questions within a day will be able to receive this reminder.
Right.
So just click on the sand clock icon in the middle, and then you can set a delay. It could be days, hours, or even minutes. So for example, again, for this one, we'll use 1 day. And then just hit
Yeah.
save. And that's it. You're all good. And
Perfect.
then, of course, we're making use of automation anyway. So let's create multiple reminders. For the next part, we need to set up another reminder message. Let's say it should be sent after 3 days if the candidate is still in the inbox folder and they have not completed their interview. So we
Mm-hmm.
go again, or we go to add action button again, and then create the trigger. So same thing. Create the trigger. Select the inbox folder.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. And then click on the next button. We'll use the same candidate attribute. So for this one, we'll still choose email. Same operator as well. We'll use is present. And then click on add. And then for the action, all you have to do is to click on add action button again and then choose send email.
Mm-hmm.
And you can select the template again. So you for that one, we'll use the chase candidates after 3 days. All right. And again, if you, as you can see, the content automatically noted was automatically generated. All you have to do is to hit save.
Yeah.
All right. So one final step is to add delay again for this action. So click on the sand clock again, and let's set the delay for 3 days, and then hit save. And that's it. We're ready.
Perfect.
Right now, we already have two reminder email messages for this Autoflow set that you can already add to any of your campaigns. So now we're going back to the process that we did earlier. We have to
Mm.
implement to the existing campaigns that you have. Um, Before we do that, let's go back to the Autoflow set because I will show you now how you can manage your existing Autoflow sets at
Yeah.
any time to somehow keep aligned with your changing recruitment needs. Simply click on the three dotted menu on the right side of each configuration, and you'll be able to see 5 actions there. So you have the edit button, meaning you can update the triggers or criteria or the actions or the content to just refine your workflow if ever there are any changes. And you have the disable button as well. This action will allow you to temporarily pause an action without removing it from the perfect or it will be perfect for testing purposes at least. You can just disable it. You'll be able to see it on the list still, but yeah, this will be beneficial for testing purposes and
Yeah.
adjustments as well. And of course, you have your duplicate button. This will allow you to create a copy of an action to reuse or tweak for other campaigns. Remember what we did earlier? We just used the same trigger and the same action. It's just that we just changed the template in um, the name, or sorry, not the template and the delay of the action. So you can use the duplicate action for that, really. We just did the longer process of it
Yes.
earlier, but technically you can use duplicate. And then you also have the reorder button. It will allow you to rearrange the sequence of the autoflow actions. And lastly, you have your archive. It will somehow remove an autoflow action from the list entirely, and it's no longer when it's no longer needed. So that's it. Our new autoflow set is ready. Let's go and assign it to your campaigns. So going
Sure.
back to your homepage again, click on assign sets to your campaigns, click on proceed button. And then from the autoflow set drop down menu, you can select the set that you want to assign. This time, the reminder message, and then click on add. There you go. And once all of those sets are listed, arrange them in order you prefer on execution. So again, we have two, so feel free to shuffle. If you have multiple, it's better for you to use this so you can customize the sequence as well. And of course, the next step is to locate the campaign you want to where you want to link the autoflow sets to, whether it's one, multiple, or all campaigns. So for this example, again, we'll be using the last three campaigns that you're seeing on the list right now. And once you're done, you're all set and ready to set up your campaigns with autoflow sets. That's how easy it is.
All right. That is so nice, Viel. Did you guys get that? All of you guys? Woohoo! That sounds incredibly intuitive. And these steps doesn't only make the setup process clear, but also show us just how versatile autoflow sets can be.
Right. Actually, Perry, the steps are very easy to follow if you'll notice, especially if you're already familiar on setting up autoflows before. We have a comprehensive guide and help center that you can also use as a reference when setting up autoflow sets. And the goal is to make automation as accessible and as impactful as possible so recruiters can save time while maintaining the personal touch in their processes.
Yes, that's nice to mention. Thanks for that, Val. You know, this time of the year is always such an exciting and busy period, especially for recruiters. It could be peak hiring for some industries like retailers looking for holiday staff, logistic companies ramping up for deliveries, and who knows, even Santa Claus might be scouting for new elves to keep up with the Christmas rush. And speaking of Christmas, I want to bring a holiday cheer into today's session with a quick activity for all of you. We call it Holiday Recruitment Bingo. Let's shake things up with a quick activity. And of course, this is called Holiday Recruitment Bingo. It's simple. I'll read out some statements, and you'll also see it on the screen, related to recruitment and automation. If you've experienced it in your work, type bingo in the chat. Let's see who relates the most to these. Okay, don't be shy. We have all been through these kinds of stuff in the past, maybe. So let us just check we um if we have all had this experience. Okay, so thank you again, VL, for joining us. Okay, but you can just
Can I join the
to
bingo also?
yeah, sure, why not? First, you've manually sent the same email to over 50 candidates in one day. Who have experienced this? No one? Have you had that dreaded moment when you need to send manual messages or manual email to candidates in one day? Bingo, Ansel. Yeah. Mark, bingo also. Nice, Ansel. Next, a candidate called you the wrong name because they just copied your template response. I know this could be common. Bingo, Arnell. Woo, we have some bingos here. Nice. Next, you have forgotten to follow up with a promising candidate because of a busy schedule. Oh no, that could be a big miss. So, this is just among us. You don't need to This will not be shared to anybody. Bingo, Kara. Okay. Ansel, bingo as well, you know. But with automation, fate. Oh, wow. But with automation, we can avoid all these stuff. Next, you've wished for a magic button to automatically sort candidate based on their location or skills. You know, you wish you could have that one snap and automatically all those candidates are on the right folders, all of them are in the right locations that they should be in. Ansel bingo. Okay, Ansel, you are you have the most bingos of all so far. And lastly, you've had to reconfigure workflows across multiple campaigns in a single day. I know.
I'll say
VL.
bingo. I'll say it out loud.
Yes, definitely. And Ansel got the most bingo. Let's give it up for Ansel Navarrete. Congratulations to you. But, with Autoflow and Autoflow sets, we could avoid all these stuff very, very soon once everything is all settled. Thank you again, Viel, for deep diving into setting up and refining Autoflow sets. Thank you, everyone, for joining the activity. But now that we have understand the how, let's talk about the why. Why should recruiters embrace Autoflow sets and what kind of impact can they expect?
Well, actually, at its core, autoflow sets are designed to make the recruitment process more efficient, accurate, and I would say scalable. Imagine cutting down the hours spent on repetitive tasks like manually sorting candidates or sending follow-up emails, just like the bingo questions that Perry sent earlier. With Autoflow sets, those actions are automated, giving you your time back to focus on strategic aspects of hiring, like engaging with top talent or even collaborating with your team. So
Mhm.
another aspect is, I would say, by setting clear conditions and triggers, just like Autoflow. So Autoflow sets ensure the right actions happen at the right time, reducing the risk of errors as well. No more misplaced candidates or missed follow-ups. Everything flows exactly as it should. So
Mhm.
this will also help you somehow avoid errors in terms of configuration instead of doing them one by one. By just click a few buttons, all the configuration changes will be applied to multiple campaigns, which will help you, as mentioned, avoid errors. And of course, whether you're handling 50 applications or even 5,000 applications or more, Autoflow sets can adapt to your volume. It's like having a recruitment system that grows with your needs, ensuring um, consistency even during peak hiring seasons.
Perfect. And these aren't just theoretical benefits. We've seen some
Yeah.
real results from companies already using this feature. And of course, Viel, thank you for those fantastic insights and for walking us through the setup and showcasing the power of Autoflow sets. It's evident how this feature can transform recruitment workflows by saving time, improving accuracy, and offering unmatched flexibility. Now it's time to hear from you, our attendees. If you have any questions about Autoflow sets, their implementation, how they can be tailored to your recruitment needs, this is your chance to ask. Perhaps you're wondering about the best ways to set up your workflows for a specific campaign or curious about how Autoflow sets can be applied to high volume hiring scenarios. Or maybe you'd like to learn more about switching from current Autoflow to Autoflow sets and best practices for making the transition seamless. Viel is here to answer all of your questions. So don't hesitate to ask. Let's dive into how we can help you make the most out of this powerful tool. Do you have any questions from our audience right now? And Viel is here. Go grab this moment. With all those that we have showed you, I know it's pretty much straightforward. It could be a lot of information, but for sure there are some gray areas out there. We have a question here for maybe for you, VL, can I edit Autoflow sets after creating them?
Absolutely. Owners, as Perry mentioned earlier, owners can edit autoflow sets to add, remove, or reorder autoflows.
Mm-hmm.
However, the deletion of autoflow sets is not allowed currently in this version. So
Mm.
when saving edits, a confirmation message will inform you that the changes will be applied to all of your campaigns using the set.
Okay, nice. Hope that helped, Mark. Thank you for that question. And editing autoflows, yeah, definitely you could. And it's much better if you could, check on these autoflow sets on a like frequently, so that you know how to improve more, testing it, and doing some test workflows and test applications, so that you know that it's working properly and you could improve better, or you can improve more. Who has other questions? Or we could accommodate one to two more questions for all of from all of you guys. Anyone? Okay, I have here a question for you, Bill.
Mhm.
So, what if for example, an autoflow set includes a trigger
Mm,
related to a folder, because we have different custom folders, right?
right.
And that custom folder is not accessible to another campaign. So, what could
Yeah,
be
that's
the
actually a good question, Barry. And to answer that, an alert will actually appear with the message. So the message will show as something like the following campaign do not have the access to the folder name and folder used in this set. So you'll also see there the list of campaigns. You will
yeah?
have two options. So either back to editing or to add the folder to that campaign. So
Mhm.
by choosing add folder to campaign, those folders will be included in the campaigns as if added in the folder settings of each campaign settings. And this action is only possible from the templates tab, as these users already have owner access and not from the campaign settings.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. And the system will not allow you to make those changes or to make those mistakes. So there's an alarm message or a reminder message just to make sure you're doing the right thing. Okay,
Right.
perfect. Thank you again, Val, for answering those questions for all our users
Thank you
here.
all.
Thank you also to everyone who have joined us for today. We're almost done. But we have to say goodbye to Viel for now. If you have any questions, reach out to Viel or via the product support channel, and our solution engineers and the product support team will be able to help you out. Bye, Viel. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Perry. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And now we're almost done with our webinar, but of course, we have this opportunity to give away a token to one lucky participant here in our webinar for today. So we are giving away $30 USD or $30 Amazon gift card giveaway for all of you by just simply filling out the form that we will be sending out in the comment section. So that's a cute little survey that we will ask you to answer and to complete for a chance to win a $30 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is just access the form, fill it out with your information, answer the few questions that we have there, a few survey about the webinar for today, and you will have a chance to win the $30 Amazon gift card to celebrate the holiday season. Go ahead and grab that chance now, guys. And once you already have the link, it's already in the comment section. Copy that and paste that on your browser and complete the form. So, by the way, everyone, please save the link. There are only a few minutes left. Okay, save the link right now. Save the link, copy and paste it, save it so that you could fill that out a little later. We'll wait for your responses today. Okay, we really hope you've learned something new today. And by the way, everyone, we just released our SAM, our AI conversational recruiter. In line with our new features, this is a good news for everybody because our SAM AI conversational recruiter is now ready in TalkPush. And we are launching a free beta trial that includes 100 free calls to re-engage candidates, collect documents, pre-screen, and so much more. So if you're interested in trying it out, an email was sent out yesterday with a limited time offer, and we'll share with you a quick form to fill out in the comments if you want to be part of the beta trial. You want to see a sneak peek of what SAM AI can do for you? This is really crazy good and, awesome. So if you want to see it, let's watch this. Are you ready for the SAM AI? Here we go.
Hi there, is this Peregrine Santiago?
Yes, this is Peregrine Santiago. Hello.
Wonderful. My name is Sarah, and I'm an AI recruiter calling on behalf of TalkPush. I'm happy to have the chance to speak with you today. Do you have a few minutes for a quick conversation?
Hi, Sarah. Yes, sure.
Great, I'm glad to hear that. I'm reaching out because I wanted to find out if you're still interested in a position at TalkPush. You applied some time ago, and we currently have some fantastic opportunities available in roles such as sales, inventory, or customer service. Would you like to resume the process?
Yeah, sure, definitely.
That's wonderful to hear. If you're interested, you can visit any of our stores to continue the process and potentially get hired on the same day. Alternatively, I can send you a link via WhatsApp so you can continue the process at your convenience. Would you prefer that option?
I prefer taking it on WhatsApp. If you could send me the link, that would be great.
Absolutely. I'll send you the link via WhatsApp so you can continue the process. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. Do you have any questions for me before we wrap up?
Yes, can you repeat what are the job openings again that you have? I didn't quite get that.
Of course, we currently have great opportunities in roles such as sales, inventory, and customer service. These positions are designed to provide an exceptional customer experience while ensuring store operations run efficiently. If you have any specific role in mind, feel free to let me know.
Yeah, sure. I'm looking forward to try it out in customer service, if that would be okay.
That sounds fantastic. Customer service is a vital role, and we'd love to have you explore that opportunity. I'll make sure to send you the link for the application process via WhatsApp so you can get started. Thank you again for chatting with me today. We're excited to keep in touch. Have a fantastic day.
Sure, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to hear that. Have a fantastic day, and I'll be in touch soon with the link. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Thank
Woohoo!
you. Talk to you soon.
What you've just seen is me trying out the SAM AI recruiter yesterday. So that was an actual AI recruiter talking to me and as a candidate trying to re-engage me to apply again for their company. So that's fully AI. That could be one of your candidates soon. So the free beta trial expires December 31. So hurry up and sign up. Please save the links. We've sent you two links because we're going to be ending the stream soon. The form for our survey to win a $30 Amazon gift card, and we also have the SAM AI free beta trial. We have the links there in the comment section as well, and we also have sent you an email yesterday. So go ahead, hurry, sign up, and try SAM AI yourself. It's crazy. It's mind boggling. It's out of this world, and it's awesome. It's amazing. That's yeah. It's really great, Ralph. So guys, I guess we've already arrived to the last part of our webinar. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody who have been part of this webinar, all our attendees, all our clients. Thank you, and if you have any further questions in the future, our help center is available, and the product support team is here to always help you with any of issues that you have with using TalkPush. So I, on behalf of my whole team, user education, and the whole product support team, thanks you and wishes everyone happy holidays and a great start of new year come 2025, and we hope to see you again with more um, educating sessions and exciting sessions here at the Talkpush webinars. This is again Perry Santiago, always your happy host and always your happy friend to accompany you in all the webinars here in TalkPush. This is Centralizing Recruitment Automation, simplify workflows with Autoflow Sets. Thank you and have a great day, guys. See you again next year. Bye.